Hey, it's Scott from San Marcos Makes. Today we are making Haluski. I think that's how you say it. If you know, let me know. But this is basically a Polish dish using cabbage, a noodle, and I'm gonna put kielbasa in it. It also, a lot of times, will have smoked paprika in it. So we'll be adding that as well. Let's see how we make it. All right, let's look at the ingredients. So I have a head of cabbage. I have a Polish sausage. Mine came from HEB. I have a little bit of garlic. I have a whole onion sliced in about half moons. Have a little bit of smoked paprika. Of course, we have a little bit of salt and pepper. We'll also talk about the noodles. So sometimes I actually use a Haluski noodle. I could not find that today, so I am using a dumpling, egg yolk style, or egg noodle style noodle. I will put what the real noodle looks like somewhere right in here so you can see it if you have it in your store. Let's finish prepping the rest of the ingredients and we'll start cooking. So let's start with the cabbage. So half the cabbage, and then you want to take out this middle section. So I'm just going to kind of make a V, get that out of there. Now some of this is still good, so we can cut this off, but you want to get the hard stuff out of there. Get the core out of there. Then take your cabbage. And I'm gonna make some thin slice, not coleslaw, but a little bigger. But just keep doing this. As the pieces get too big, turn it just a little bit more. Keep going. And I'll do the rest of the cabbage. All right, so first up, Dutch oven. Add a little butter. When it gets onions in there, we're just gonna saute the onions for a little bit, maybe about 5 minutes, till they are a little bit translucent. We don't want to get them all the way to start to be golden brown, so just starting to cook. Definitely want to layer your flavor, so we're gonna add a little bit of kosher salt and a little bit of black pepper. And then just let that saute up. All right, so this is right where you want the onion. We are gonna add the sausage. I would add somewhere between 1 to 2 links. If you like a lot of sausage, add 2 links. I added 2 links. You can definitely get by with 1 link. And don't feel like you have to do Polish sausage if you want beef sausage or venison sausage. Any kind of sausage is fine. I'm trying to stick to the recipe and use Polish sausage, but any sausage would be fine. So we're gonna go ahead and brown this down, and then we will remove it and cook the cabbage. Sausage has now cooked for about 5 to 7 minutes. We're gonna go ahead and remove the sausage and remove the cabbage. I'm sorry, I said cabbage, but remove the sausage and onion. Just a little bit of browning on the sausage. Mainly we're trying to render some of the fat out for when we cook the cabbage. You may have to add just a little bit more fat, but we'll cook that and see. So we're going to, matter of fact, I know I'm gonna have to add some, so we'll go ahead and add just a little bit of olive oil. Could use butter, but we want to get that in and start cooking it. May have to do it a little bit into batches to get it to fit. It will wilt down, so put in a little bit, saute it, put in a little bit more, And just like this entire recipe, add whatever you want to add as far as quantity. Add a little bit of salt, add a little bit of pepper, and just let this cook. So we'll get the rest of the cabbage in there, wilt it down, cook it 5-6 minutes, and then we're gonna put it all together and cook it some more. Just realized I'd forgotten the garlic, so let's go ahead and add the garlic in here. You would probably want to add this right when the sausage and the onions are done, kind of right at the end, but it'll work just fine right here in the cabbage. But just continue kind of stir frying this. I have not got all the cabbage in here, but this is going to be for my son's lunch for the week, and he doesn't like a ton of cabbage, so this is probably right around a half a head. I'll try to get a little bit more in here, but you just want to kind of cook this down, brown it just a little bit before we put it all together. Okay, so this is where I like my cabbage to be, a little bit, a little browned. All right, so we're gonna return the sausage and the onions. Give that a good stir. And on the side, I have got the egg noodles all cooked up, and we will add them. Last up, stir in the noodles, and you want to add about a teaspoon to 2 teaspoons of paprika. And then we will stir this around. I'm gonna go ahead and get it off the heat. Get this good and stirred up, and we'll plate it up. So here's our finished product. You see the egg noodles, sausage, and onions, and a little bit of cabbage, the way my son likes it. A lot of people would want more cabbage, including myself, but since this is him, we left out some of the cabbage. But let's see how we did. Try some of the noodles first. Really good, and then the good Polish sausage. Really good saltiness to it. Wonderful job. Well, I hope you enjoyed it. Definitely let me know what you think. Have a great day.